Hello to everyone. I'm delighted to be here with you. Today, we discuss the people's hidden concerns that lie beneath Taiwan's high-tech landscape. As a result of the expansion of high-tech sectors, Taiwan has captured the world's attention in the post-New dynasty era. This is a positive accomplishment, but for a country to progress, all aspects must progress at the same time. One of the reasons why Taiwan's foreign investment industry has seen a wave of flight in recent years is the tax system. For example, the well-known low-cost clothing chain Hang was falsely accused of tax evasion by the NTB and decided to abandon the Taiwan market after calling in vain for help. This is a problem that few people discuss it. Today, we use a well-known unfair case in Taiwan, the Tai Ji Men tax injustice, to show Taiwan's current legal and tax system. Friends in the audience can use this topic to learn about Taiwanese people's hidden concerns in their daily lives, as well as the hidden factors underlying the exit of foreign-funded businesses.
Tai Ji Men Qigong Academy and the Action Alliance to Redress 1219 have sought justice from Taiwan's government through live protests and virtual forums.
Stop violating Taiwanese human rights! So the Tai Ji Men Qigong Academy case started in 1996, and it was persecution on spiritual groups, and Tai Ji Men Qigong Academy was caught in the crossfire of all of that. Despite Supreme Court of Taiwan's rulings that we're innocent and tax-free, a few rogue bureaucrats continue to send us tax bills, and even just last year in 2020, our land was illegally auctioned off.
The Tai Ji Men case has also garnered support from scholars around the world.
And in Taiwan, the long-running attack against the Tai Ji Men community by bureaucratic despots within the tax administration have led many religious freedom experts around the world to condemn this form of administrative religious persecution.
The abuse of the National Tax Bureau has lasted for almost a quarter of a century. I call upon the Taiwan government to honor the law, the sentences passed by its judges, and the moral responsibility it has to watch over and protect all its citizens equally, as determined by its own mandate.
A breakthrough in the case occurred when the principal witness, on whom the prosecutor based his tax evasion accusation against Tai Ji Men, told a journalist that the prosecutor oversaw the case and that the witness testimony was merely a formality. The witness revealed that illegal tax bills were issued to Tai Ji Men at the request of the Investigation Bureau's City Field Office. Xu Ye-sheng accepted this interview when seriously ill and revealed that he was pressured to do what the prosecution told him to do. Although he has since passed away, Tai Ji Men is hopeful that his testimony will provide the evidence needed to obtain justice.
It proves that what happened was not a mistake. There was no mistake. It was a deliberate framing of Tai Ji Men for obscure motivations through false documents, false accusations, and a false tax investigation that never happened. Now, if this is not enough to reopen the Tai Ji Men case and cancel the 1992 tax bill, give back to Tai Ji Men their sacred land, I don't know what more is needed. It's a general principle of the law all over the world that when new elements emerge, even final decisions can and should be revised. Revision is a fundamental principle of justice.
So far this year, the Action Alliance to Redress 1219 has presented messages to representatives from TECRO, the Taiwan Economic and Cultural Representative Office in San Francisco and Washington, D.C.
We're Tai Ji Men members in the United States. We conveyed our message to Taiwan's Representative Lai in San Francisco.
We have just conveyed our message to Taiwan's Representative Xiao in D.C.
So far there has been no response, but the Tai Ji Men Qigong Academy and the Action Alliance to Redress 1219 continue their activism in person and online, where scholars continue to voice their support for the cause.
The government of Taiwan should do the right thing and eliminate the tax from 1992, which is just absurd considering what has happened for 1991 and the other years, and to restore the property that was unlawfully seized.
The difference with Tai Ji Men is that they fight. And perhaps it's not too much to say that they're fighting to preserve Taiwan as a democratic country that follows its own laws and stifles corruption in bureaucracy.
Justice for Tai Ji Men, for human rights!
We invite 3 interviewees to participate in today's discussion, all of whom are victims of unfair trials. Engineer Tony will be the first to speak, and he will share his knowledge. Tony, welcome.
Good day, Susan and co-speakers. This injustice and fraud case that occurred in Tai Ji Men on December 19, 1985, affecting my family and friends is still unresolved. I was a young graduate student full of ideas and ambitions at that time. I'm hoping that the professional knowledge I have gained will help me find a stable job in the country and society. Furthermore, in Tai Ji Men, I learned how to strengthen my body while also receiving the kindness of traditional martial arts in respecting the teacher. As a result, I'd like to invite my family and friends to join us and grow together. However, Tai Ji Men have been subjected to illegal taxation as a result of prosecutor or Kwangden's illegal prosecution and transfer. From the time the Zhangrenren were arrested on December 21, 1996, to the day the indictment was made public on April 16, 1997, only 3 investigation courts were opened, and only 13 sentences were requested. The total duration of interrogation was only 29 minutes. But how long did the judicial trial last? In the first, second, and third trial, there were 58 courts. The total time was approximately 9,570 minutes, with each trial taking an average of 165 minutes. Cross-examination of 14 judges and 8 public prosecutors, as well as testimony on physical evidence and nearly 200 witnesses, including National Taxation Bureau personnel, were used to pass the criminal case. On July 13, 2007, the Supreme Court acquitted the sentence after 10 years and 3 months. Tai Ji Men were found not guilty, tax-free, and there were no violation of tax collection law. The state also compensated all Tai Ji Mentees who were illegally detained in 2009. The judicial portion was completed, but the tax law damage is still ongoing. Tai Ji Men tax case had 25 review decisions, 35 appeal decisions, including reappeals, 387 appeal committed, including reappeals, 1,126 judges, 230 judgments, and 74 court hearings as of December 31st, 2020. There were 11 judges who handled the Tai Ji Men tax case more than 30 times including, and did not evade the law. It has depleted vast administrative and judicial resources, as well as squandered public funds and social costs. In accordance with the law, the effective relief guaranteed by the Constitution and to criminals should be revoked. However, the NTB continues to illegally issue bills and send them to the Administrative Enforcement Agency, thereby illegally sealing up an auction of the Tai Ji Men's debt. It's completely unacceptable. I am an engineer by profession, and I am not so familiar with law and regulations. What an engineer learns on campus and works for the workplace is a virtual universe of things. That's true, laws, formulations, right and wrong, and simple answer in the world of 1 + 1 = 2. Everything is based on logic and calculations. The social sciences, on the other hand, was a world of people. 1 + 1 can be greater than or less than 2. There's no such thing as absolutely right or wrong. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. Everything has different aspects. It's a world that's concerned with situation and contingency in everything. After more than 20 years of legal research in Tai Ji Men cases, I believe law is a major science that considers the logic of right and wrong. Please, these lawless judicial and tax officials make the necessary corrections based on the facts. The engineering industry must solve engineering problems, and any factor that interferes with the normal operation of the system must be dealt with using the golden triad of thinking: facts, thinking, and action. Facts must be including of permanent information. The next step is to think about how to analyze the problem based on what has happened, and then plan action tasks based on the result of the analysis. We have already provided a great deal of information about the legal case, and we request that the NTB of the Ministry of Finance analyze the problem based on the facts. Because a small number of illegal tax officials are greedy for tax bonuses, the appropriate action task is to admit the mistake, revoke the unlawful tax bill, and return them to Tai Ji Men.
Thank you so much, Tony. Tony highlighted the flaws in the current legal tax system, as well as the government's long-term neglect. These two factors are enough to make the country's management system anomalous and life difficult for its citizens. Evie, who works in the catering industry, is the second person we'd like to hear from.
Hello everyone, my name is Evie. I grew up in Tai Ji Men and will be 24 years old this year. Although I was not born at the time of the Tai Ji Men case and have not witnessed the entire process, I have been aware of it since I can remember. In 2007, when I was in 3rd grade, the court finally ruled in third trial that Tai Ji Men was not guilty and tax-free. It has been 10 years since the incident in 1996. The first reaction I read in the newspaper was quite unexpected. Hasn't the case been settled long ago? I wonder, why did it take so long to resolve the case? There are numerous irrational aspects to the Tai Ji Men case. To begin with, Prosecutor Hou Kuan-ren accused Tai Ji Men of fraud and tax evasion without providing any evidence. He even wrote stories about raising goblins in the indictment in a modern country. There is no scientific basis for how the case should be handled. Furthermore, in third instance, the court found Tai Ji Men innocent and tax-free in 2007. In 2002, the Control Yuan conducted an investigation and found Hou Kuan-ren to have committed 8 major violations in the Tai Ji Men case. This means that Hou Kuan-ren's indictment had already been overturned. The National Taxation Bureau, on the other hand, billed and levied taxes in accordance with the illegal indictment. The third unreasonable point is that the executive yuan convened an interministerial meeting in 2011, and the resolution could no longer use the criminal indictment as a basis for taxation. And the National Taxation Bureau announced 2 months to investigate the nature of red envelope. The results of the investigation shows the 7,400 declarations all stated that the red envelope was a gift, which was the same as a result of the third criminal trial. However, the National Taxation Bureau ignored the evidence and divided the red envelope into half as a gift and half as a tuition fee. The indictment is billed and taxed. The administrative relief system is a fourth unreasonable point. Half of the tax must be paid in order to file a petition, and the success rate for the people is extremely low. Even if it is difficult to win, the administrative court will only return appropriate points to the original taxing authority. The National Taxation Bureau changed the figures and reissued a tax bill, and the tax bill has been reincarnated, with no way of resolving it. In my opinion, the government will have little difficulty resolving the Tai Ji Men case, so long as the National Taxation Bureau comes out and admits the error and withdraw the tax bill. This is both the easiest and most difficult. It is equivalent to them having to reverse a previous decision made by themselves or the chief executive. It is difficult for government officials to do such a thing, but this is also why we must persevere and choose the right path over the easy path. Let us all work together to make Taiwan a better place. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Evie. Everyone expects that our living environment is safe and that our education teaches youngsters to follow the law. But in this case, the judicial officials in charge and officials from the Taxation Administrative Agency openly broke the law and set the worst example possible. The third individual we invite to share her experience is Amos. Amos, it's all yours.
Hello everyone, I'm Amos and I'm a Tai Ji Men dizi. Today I will give you a more in-depth explanation of my thoughts on the Tai Ji Men case. The Tai Ji Men case has procrastinated for 25 years and I'm now 24. I've been doing Qigong in Tai Ji Men with my family for over 20 years. It's very helpful for me as a freshman to the society. Despite the high level of stress, I'm able to easily balance my body and mind. As a result, I can still complete the work efficiently and face the challenges with a positive attitude. I work as an administrator in a technology company. My main work is project management as well as system design and optimization. There are 2 important factors to consider when designing a system. The first one is the establishment of an effective database. That is, to use the right method to correct the right data at the right time. And the second point is the creation of system logic and process. Logic and process are backbones of the system. If they don't work, the system won't run smoothly and the system will be useless. The term system refers to more than just apps or programs. Taiwan's legal and tax systems can also be viewed as a system. People are the users. In this system, law and tax work simultaneously and follow the same logic. Both are obligations and guarantees owned by individuals. With the same logic and the same inputs, the system will produce the same output. However, in Taiwan, which is known as a democratic country, there is a critical bug in our legal and tax systems. That is Tai Ji Men case. Why would I say so? The Tai Ji Men case originated on December 19, 1996 in Taiwan, when a prosecutor, Ho Kuan-ren, abused his authority to prosecute Tai Ji Men illegally. Despite the fact that on July 13, 2007, the justice returned Tai Ji Men's innocence, and the verdict confirmed that Tai Ji Men was not guilty and did not owe any taxes. However, it turned out that only the justice system has recognized Tai Ji Men's innocence, but the illegal tax bills derived from the fact case were not revoked as a result. And even the prearranged practice site was prepared by shifu for his dizi was auctioned off and nationalized last year. The tax law didn't follow the logic of justice to revoke the illegal tax bills, and it actually harmed people. If there is a bug, it should be fixed as soon as possible so that the system can operate properly. Although the people use the legal and tax systems, we are the owners in a democratic country. As a Taiwanese, I hereby urge the government to correct this bug immediately and provide people a user-friendly legal tax system, as well as a country in which we can live and work in peace. Thank you very much.
Amos, thank you so much. According to Amos' revelation, the key to an industry's success is continuous debugging. Because of the unjust cases of Tai Ji Men, everyone can see that the government has done wrong, but the government refuses to admit it. Even if it causes the people pain, the government is still unwilling to debug. This accurately reflects the people's true feelings. Fully funded businesses can leave Taiwan, but where will Taiwanese citizens go? We are encouraged to see young people speak out, point out flaws in Taiwan's legal and tax system, demand justice, and criticize the government. This subject requires everyone's attention because it is relevant to everyone. Before the end of the forum, I'd like to invite you to enjoy the song, Human Rights for World Citizens. Hope you can feel the calling of conscience, love, and justice from the powerful rhythm. Thank you all for coming out today. Goodbye.